So hi, well, the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Woo! I have nothing to say there. Yeah.
Woo! Happy Monday. Went to a show this past weekend. It was a last minute ordeal. I went to see Motion City Soundtrack with All Get Out as the opener, and apparently there was a comedian opening before that, and I didn't know that.
A comedian?
I was late anyway, and I knew I was going to be late, but I didn't even know they had a comedian opening for them. That was cool. Motion City Soundtrack, bro, they never cease to amaze me live. They're like they're like stage presence isn't like nuts or anything, but they're just like so captivating. That it's like, bro, you like can't take your eyes off it. You're like, yeah, they haven't moved in 30 minutes, but like, holy shit, this is just that good. They're such a tight live band. Highly recommend. And then All Get Out. I walked in like halfway through their set. I mean, Motion City always picks like these like indie openers that it's like it doesn't really work, but the bands are always decent live. So I thought they were decent live, but you know, really not my style. Like I wouldn't be like, oh shit, I gotta go see All Get Out on their headliner, you know?
Yeah.
So that was fun. I'm glad that I was able to pull that off, because for the longest time I was like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna go, you know. But they're always so fucking good live. So that was fun. And then this Sunday, Memphis Mayfire, man.
Woo.
I'm so excited. And then Big Time Rush twice. So yeah, got some shows coming up, man. And then after that, it's like I'm like done for a week. We've got something, but that's about it, you know. After that, oh, and then I see 5 Seconds of Summer, so I don't actually have a week off. Never mind.
When is 5 Seconds of Summer?
July 10th. Sam had an extra ticket, so I'm going.
Nice.
And the Pollyanna show is July 8th, so actually this never ends.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But that's actually a perfect segue. We do have a lot of music to talk about tonight. No 2 weeks combined into 1 week, though, which is awesome. It made it for an easy listening experience. But speaking of Pollyanna put out their debut album, Slime, on June 17th. If you haven't listened to it yet, please go do that. It's a fantastic album, and I'm not just saying that because I've been working on it for the past year. Yeah. It's genuinely a great album, front to back. You know, like it opens up with Pixie and it just slaps you in the face, goes right in the slut, and then even as it goes on and gets a little bit more emotional, it still like keeps you captivated, even though it's not so like in your face. Just a fantastic album, front to back. Good job, guys.
It was a very good album. I enjoyed it. There wasn't a bad track. And we actually sat down with Pollyanna. If you want to watch us talk to them for an hour about slime and 2-day-old chicken sandwiches which is
disgusting.
But yeah, thumbs up. Good album. Drake dropped a new album. Honestly, never mind. This was a surprise drop. He literally just dropped it and was like, hey guys, I have a new album. Like there was nothing, no promotion, no announcement. Like 5 months ago, it's just like, hey, here's an album, goodbye. This album felt unfinished. There were parts where he'd just repeat the same thing over and over again, and I'm like, oh, this is a part where you didn't know what to put here. Instead of ending the song, you were like, no, I still have more to say, but I just need to fill this one spot. So he just kept and I was like, okay, you know, it happened one time, and I was like, okay, you know, that's fine, I'll let you have that. But then it happened like 3 or 4 more times, and I was like, dude,
you gotta stop, man.
The album. I was like, this is so obvious that like what nobody was expecting it, so it's not like you had a deadline, or it's not like you had to get it out by the time you announced it, because nobody knew it was happening, so you had plenty of time to polish this album up, and it felt so unfinished.
Drake, my dude, done. No one asked for 12 5-minute songs. Actually, no one. And it wasn't even like, it felt like he was just trying to get a summer album out. Because, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Certified Lover Boy, because mainly I hate Drake. Drake, if you're listening to this, I do hate you. But it's just like, he just wanted a summer record, because I could hear a couple of these songs, like,
if I'm like at the beach, I hear like, you know, the group of teens. I was gonna say kids,
Bumping
but
this
like
album.
10-year-olds. Exactly. You know, so you're just like you just hear a car pass by full of people and they're just listening to like one of the songs or something. I could hear he achieved what he wanted, but just it's a good album to listen to when you just want something on in the background with like energy and that kind of vibe. But as a listening experience,
don't give it a close listen.
It's not good.
No.
Yeah. So that's my review.
Gloria and I talked about this morning, kind of by accident, but like obviously Gloria had said her piece, and I just kind of said it kind of sounded like he heard what The Weeknd did with Dawn FM, even down to like the surprise drop, and was like, oh fuck, I can do that, and then like completely failed
miserably. Yeah.
Because The Weeknd has been going like. The Weeknd went more like 80s dance. He just kind of went more like modern dance inspired, but it's like and it was like these beats, they were good, but Drake was on them.
I didn't even like the beats, which is disappointing because usually Drake has like good beats. Whoever puts those together for him is like ace, but it's like this time it was like he was like, no, I could do it this time, and he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have.
But yeah, I was just disappointed, even though I really didn't care. Like disappointed, even though I didn't like give a fuck about the Drake album.
I was actually a little bit excited for it, just from like all the memes that I've seen about it, where it's just like, have you seen like the Catboy Drake picture where he's in a little thing and he's kind of like taking the picture, like you haven't seen it, it's fine, but it's like people were saying that Drake wrote it, and I think that picture is like the funniest thing ever. But it's like people were saying like it was upbeat, it was dancey, it was like it was a good album, and I was listening to it and I was like, I get like it's upbeat, but it's just like not good. It's not what I wanted, you know?
Yeah,
but it's fine.
I mean, but the real question is, was it better than his last album?
No,
because that one was really bad.
Certified Lover Boy is like leagues better than this, and that's coming from me.
I don't know. I don't think either of them were all that good. I saw someone say that he's got the worst three album run in like rap history. With
what was before?
I don't know.
What was before Certified Lover Boy?
I don't know. Was it the one that his face was on it?
That's all. Wait,
the black and white cover where his face is on it, or was that?
Oh, where he has Michael Jackson featured on it. Scorpion? No, people like Scorpion because I'm pretty sure that had God's Plan on it.
I'm just going off one TikTok that I didn't finish watching.
Half watched TikTok.
Yeah, well, he's got a horrible 2 album run, that's for sure.
Oh no, he had a 2019 album called Care Package. I didn't hear about that. So
yeah, well then it probably wasn't all that good.
I mean, they're all in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digit realm for streams, but still never heard of it.
Yeah, no.
Yikes.
All right. Well, that's the Drake conversation for the day. Girlfriends put out a new album, Emotion Sickness, but the E is in parentheses, so it could also say Motion Sickness. Nice.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
This album was really good. What pissed me off is that they put out the title track as a single, and remember we talked about it as an EP, and we were like, holy shit, Girlfriend's surprise dropping an EP.
This is crazy.
We just weren't keeping up with the Girlfriends lore. They had an album coming out by the same name. The album is great though. Girlfriends is super fucking catchy. I love this band.
Me too. Yeah, but same thing happened. Yeah, because like my brain tried to go in 5 different directions. Okay, so I was gonna say the exact same thing. I've thought that this album would come out like 5 different times because it kept bundling it into like an EP. Even before Emotion Sickness was out, the title track, it always said like EP instead of just like single. Instead of bunching them all together, it always packaged it together as an EP. So I've added this multiple times, just like, oh my god, new girlfriends, and it always just disappeared from the playlist. So I was like, oh okay, Shane probably removed it for whatever reason. I don't care. And now it's finally out, and I'm getting ads for it. I'm like, oh, so this didn't drop like 2 months ago. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, great album. I enjoyed all the tracks. Really good.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Fernway dropped a new album, Auto Crave. Banger.
Guess what? We spoke to them. It'll be out this week. But this album was fucking phenomenal. It opens up really well, flows really well. Really caught my attention. It kind of like it's kind of giving me like Young Culture vibes. So, and you didn't agree with me when I said that.
No, I didn't, because I had another comparison that I'm going to say after your
piece. Yeah, but I got some Young Culture vibes from a couple of the tracks. So it was a very good album, though. Highly recommend.
Yeah. See, you got Young Culture vibes, and I'm pretty sure I said the main, but if Patrick Stump was the vocalist. But like the thing about Patrick Stump is his vocals sometimes are nasally, but it's like it was if Patrick Stump
had a good vocal day.
Exactly. If he had a good vocal day and was the frontman of the main.
Nice.
So if you like that, listen to Autocrave.
So
banger
true.
album.
d.r.u.g.s put out a new album, Destroy Rebuild. Bro, this album starts, grabs you by the throat and says, you're mine for the next 30 whatever minutes. Out of the gate just came just like at you, and I was like, holy fuck. The album doesn't slow down. I really enjoyed it. I haven't listened to their first record, but I've heard great things about that as well. But I mean, 13 years between albums, and they still got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very good. Craig sounded amazing on the record too. I was like blown away by how good the vocals were. Craig.
Is that like the front person?
Yeah, the front
I didn't know we were on first name basis with Greg.
Craig.
I said Craig, and then you said it again. I heard Greg, and I was like, Greg? All right. Cool. I thought this was a great album. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as heavy as I thought it was going to be for whatever reason. Every time I see their name and like their cover art, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to hurt my ears because of how heavy it is. And that's just good music, but not like, my ears music. I really enjoyed it. It flowed well. It didn't lurk too long. It was just kind of like it started, and then I was like, oh, it's over. Okay. So good. Fair enough. Good album. Nova Twins. Oh, also, does that count as a self-titled?
I mean, maybe it's like half their name.
Yeah, I
don't know,
because I was thinking about that while I was listening to it. I was like, is this a self-titled?
Guys, come on the podcast, let's weigh in on this. Exactly.
Tell us, are you gonna do a part 1 where it's Destroy Rebuild and then the second part until God? Yeah. Anyways, Nova Twins dropped a new album, Supernova. This banged like really hard. I enjoyed this entire album.
This band like came out of nowhere. Like I hadn't heard of them, and then they did the Bring Me the Horizon feature on that EP, and then they just kind of blew up. And like yes, Bring Me the Horizon definitely put them on the map, but they quickly got away from like, oh, the band that did that one Bring Me the Horizon, like faster than most bands that get put on the map by a feature. Like they're just like they are like killing it now, doing their thing, and this album fucking rocks. Haven't listened to them outside of the track that they did with Bring Me the Horizon until I heard this album, but I really dig it. And it listening to their music, it makes sense like for a Bring Me the Horizon feature because of like very good. Ollie did a good job putting this band on the map.
Exactly. Good job, Ollie. Good pick.
Vatican put out a new album, Ultra. We spoke to them. It'll be out this week. Barring I can edit the damn thing. There were a lot of internet issues during that one, but it was a very good conversation. This album, bro, another one that's like in your face the whole fucking time. This thing does not slow down. No, except for that closer. It does slow down a little bit at the closer, but it's a beautiful ending to the album. But it opens up and it's just like, boom, it's in your face.
That's exactly what it is. This album was heavy. I definitely enjoyed the conversation that we had with them, even with all the network connections. But it's just not it's personally not like my genre, so I'm not the best person to be like, oh, this was great or this was bad. But the interview was great, and I had a great time chatting with them. So go watch that. Our Last Night dropped new album, Empire's Fall. This banged. It wasn't like super heavy, but it was still had that heavy touch. It was a good balance, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I know I've said on here a lot that like, generic metalcore, and like, yeah, I still do stand by that. They're very, it's definitely a generic kind of sound, but the songs are so fucking catchy, it doesn't even matter. I love the band anyway, but I love them, like, I know they're like very single driven because they're like also a cover band, so obviously that's very single oriented. They picked the big song, they dropped it as a single, but I feel like for their original music they're definitely like an album type of band or EP, because it's just like, it really, like, I can kind of get into it when it's a single, but it feels like it's lacking something when I'm just like listening to it as like a single piece of work. But when I'm listening to the full body, all in this case 7 or 8 songs, it hooks you in, and like you're captivated for the whole time because it's just so goddamn catchy.
Because you have to stick with it for, she said, like 6-7 singles instead of just the one single where it's like, oh, okay, it started, it's over, that's cool. But you actually have to experience the entire thing that they built. And I don't know where I was going with that, but it was, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
My brain's breaking right now. I don't know what's going on.
Pulses and Zach Benson put out the song of the summer. EXO sold out. Sold out's in parentheses. Bro, this song is so fucking catchy. You don't even understand.
You don't. I do understand, because I've been singing Zach Benson's like chorus part all day today. And I think I'm starting to annoy my brothers because I just break out into song now. And it's because it's just so catchy. I love it so much. They killed with this track. This is their best song so far. And I am a Olivia Wilde stan. So that's saying something.
We interviewed them, and I said in the interview, the interview comes out this week, and I said in that interview, I was like, this is like a collab that came out of nowhere, because Pulses is very post-hardcore driven, and Zach Benson is very pop driven, and it's like, this isn't supposed to work as well as it does, but it just works. It's so good. Like, I mean, you say it all the time, like when we're talking about rap and shit, like, oh, he's floating, but Zach is floating on the instrumental, bro. He sounds so goddamn good, and it mixes in perfectly with the screams and everything. It's the perfect track. It really is.
Exactly. This is what I want my metal or hardcore, whatever they identify, swancore, I don't know. This is what I want my hard music to sound like, because it's the perfect balance. It has that light and dark. It's perfect. I love it so much. Banger. My guinea pigs are bickering right now. I don't know if you can hear them. Can you?
A little bit, but it's kind of funny.
So, In Case We Crash and Kellen Quinn dropped a new single, Love Needs an Encore. This was so good. This was
a banger. A banger even. Yeah. Great job, guys. And Kellen Quinn, he killed it as well. The entire song was very good. I enjoyed it.
Me too. Sorry,
just keep
they're
going.
So loud in my ear. But this song was so good. I love just the I can't remember the lyrics off the top of my head because I only listened to it twice, but it was just kind of like the love needs an encore. That line and what it goes into is just really good. I think they're just talking to me now, and I can't answer.
Cave Town and Orla Gartland put out a new single, Fall in Love with a Girl. I trashed on Cave Town a lot, but I actually kind of enjoyed this single. Gonna be honest.
I love Cave Town so much, and I love Orla so much. My friend has met her multiple times.
She's really good. Like, that album that she put out was fucking phenomenal.
It was amazing.
So yeah.
I can't believe, I think this is the only time they've collaborated. But for some reason I feel like they've collaborated multiple times. Maybe I just wanted them to, like, in the back of my head. Exactly, yeah, because it matched so well. I loved their vibes on this song. I love the entire song. It was amazing. Cheem dropped a new single, Overload. Cheem, oh Cheem.
Another banger from Cheem. It's kind of hard to talk about it because, like, obviously you've heard the album. We spoke to Cheem about said record, but this single is fucking great. And when you guys finally get your hands on the record, you're going to be blown away. It's fucking fantastic.
You're going to say phenomenal, but you went to fantastic. So I'll say it's phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good song.
Rico Nasty put out a new single, Black Punk. I fucking love this song.
You did?
It's fucking good.
Good.
It's catchy.
I loved it too.
Yeah, it's good.
I feel like this is kind of what Machine Gun Kelly wanted to accomplish with Emo Girl. Maybe that's me with just the black lipstick on my big blunt or something. I gave Emo Girl vibes, but like what what Machine Gun Kelly wanted to accomplish. Rico Nasty, I'm trying to get into her music now, and hopefully this is leading up to an album or something because I'd like to listen to it. But this track was great. I loved it. She's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
By the way, she's like funny. Oh, I Prevail dropped a single, Body Bag. I'm gonna let you go because you were excited about this.
Bro, so fucking heavy. I'm so glad that I Prevail is back and that they announced the album, and the album doesn't come out in 6 months but comes out in 2 months. Very excited about that.
Wow, they're breaking the mold with that.
Yeah. Announced the tour already. I got my money. My card is ready for you to fuck it up. I'm so ready. But this song is fucking great, and I'm very glad they're back. I've fallen off of them a little bit because they hadn't put out music since 2019. Oof. So it was like, okay, I've listened to Trauma enough. I'm ready for something new now.
Give me something new.
Yeah, and we're finally getting something new. Thank God. So hell yeah.
Watch as this is just like a standalone.
No,
and
they say the
no, and I'm saying like they're like, hey, never mind. We're not happy with the album, even though we've been sitting on it for 3 years.
Fearless pulled it back. They're like, nah, y'all aren't putting this out right now.
Exactly. But yeah, this banged. I'm so excited to see it live. I hope they're at the same stage as like Ice Nine Kills, or else like I'm not seeing them live. But like yeah, this was very good. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to hear the album.
Hell yeah.
Do you know the album title? Because then if you don't, it's fine. We can just move on.
True Power, I think.
True Power.
Something like
Great.
that.
So excited to hear True Power, or whatever it is.
But the cover art looks very vaguely similar to the Trauma cover art. So when it leaked, like when the cover art leaked a day early, I was like, yeah, no, someone's fucking with us. Like, there's no way. And then they announced it, and the cover looks like that and looks like the Trauma cover art. And I was like, all right, did they not have a budget for a cover art?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, cool.
But it's a great song, so that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Enterprise Earth put out a new single, Psalms of Agony.
I saw you exclaim in the chat when you were listening to this.
Song's fucking nuts, bro.
Dude, it was like 5-6 minutes long.
And it was nuts the whole time.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed this. Like, I can't lie. The first like 3 minutes, I was like, oh no. And then like it kept going, and it's like I got acclimated to the sound, and I was like, you know what, this goes kind of hard. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Nice.
Did you have anything else to add?
No, the song was fucking nuts, bro. That's what I have to add. They got a new vocalist, and that vocalist is fucking nuts. I think that honestly, like, obviously we talked about the album, and the album blew me away, but this single like really blew me away. They have the potential to like take off like Lorna Shore did. Like it's got like that similar vibe, like in the vocals, like not nearly as nuts, but the song is just so powerful that it's like it grabs you right away. Yeah.
But could this song take them off like Lorna Shore, because it's like 6 minutes long? Do you think people would have the attention span?
The To the Hellfire song is 6 minutes long too.
Really?
Like death metal and deathcore and shit like that. Yeah, the songs are super
like long
long.
Songs.
Yeah, like that Lorna Shore EP is like 18 minutes long, and it's like 3 songs.
3 songs, yeah.
So
yeah, we spoke to Will
about that EP.
So go watch it. Brockhampton dropped a new single, Hollywood Singing. Was that Hollywood Singing? I feel like I messed that up. Where's the podcast playlist? There it is. Hollywood Swinging. There you go. And it's off the Minions soundtrack. I think it's like Gru's Rise of Gru or something. I don't know.
I'm very excited for the movie.
Are you serious? Are you going?
Oh, I'm so going.
Okay, good, man. Good. I was disappointed in this track personally, because this was not Brockhampton. This was just like Kevin, who hijacked the Brockhampton account and was like, hey, new Brockhampton. And I was like, this doesn't have you listen to a full album of them, you know, like how weird their music is, artistic their music is. I don't remember
anything from the artistic album that I listened to.
No, but it's just like, this was so laid back compared to all their other music. It wasn't like in your face.
It's not a song for them. It's a song for a soundtrack that they got paid to do. Like, it's not for the fans. It's for the kids that are going to watch the Minion movie and me that are like...
The kids and Shane.
Yeah, and that's what the track is for, not for a Brockhampton fan. That's what you get when you're a fan of pop stars and they do these
and they sell out
and they do
for the Minions.
and they do a movie soundtrack song, and you're like, this is nothing like a song that they would do.
But it's like, it's still possible because Doja just recently put out the Elvis soundtrack song and she killed it, and that sounded like it could have been off of Planet Her.
It's also dependent on the movie. Like, obviously for the fucking Minion movie, they're not gonna pull out some weird Bible shit for a fucking
they did do that
for a fucking Minion song, but like
they're not gonna be preaching to 12-year-olds.
But like Doja can go a little bit more like her style for Elvis, because it might. I mean, I haven't even been. Didn't even know there was an Elvis movie coming out, but like it might fit a vibe of a scene more, like with her kind of musical style, because I would assume there's gonna be like, I don't know, like party scenes or some shit. Probably, I'm sure Elvis partied.
I'm sure he did.
And so, like, I'm sure there are scenes that it'll fit in better. But like, the Brockhampton is going to be like every single song on the Minion soundtrack is going to have to fit into like the Yellow Boys.
But it's like Eminem,
the Yellow guys.
You saw Eminem's doing the majority of the soundtrack. You know, he's got his boys behind him or whatever. His dumb little post.
He's just getting paid a fuck ton of money to go rap about Minions or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
Rap about being happy or whatever the Minion movie is going to be about. But I'm personally very excited about the Minion movie. I'm not going when it comes out. I'm waiting for my partner to come home, and then we're going to go together.
Let me know how it is, man.
Yeah, I will, man. Senses Fail and Connie from CU Space Cowboy put out a new single, End of the World / Game of Chess. This song was pretty good. Albeit a little funny that it's coming out because Senses Fail just canceled their headliner that had CU Space Cowboy as support on it.
This is kind of like salt in the wound.
Yeah,
like, you could have heard this song live,
yeah,
but you won't.
I'm like, damn, let's bring them on tour when you finally headline. But the song was really good, so that's all that matters, even if we don't get to hear it live right now. I would be seeing them in a couple of weeks, or I would have already seen them. I don't remember when the tour. I would have already seen them. The tour was going to hit in June.
Come on, man. I thought the song was good, but I'd like to move on and just be like, hey, so why did I think CU Space Cowboy only had like 2 members? But it's like 5 of them.
They're a band.
I was convinced. No, but it's like, I think it's because of their EP cover. I'm pretty sure it was an EP what they did. But it was 2 people on it, and I was like, oh, cool. You know, it's like, you know, 2 silly little people on the cover, and those 2 silly little people are in the silly little band. But it's like 5 people, and I'm like, is this new? So they've just always been there.
So with your logic, My Chemical Romance is a duo and then a solo project because they had 2 people on the cover one time, and then they had 1 person on the cover for the Black Parade, except he was dead. And then they're all...
But those are drawings.
And then that guy turned into a spider because there's a spider on Danger Day.
There's just a spider in the band, yeah.
You make the most wacky-ass comparisons and like connect the dots to things that don't exist, and it never ceases to baffle me.
It's great, man. It's great. It keeps me on my toes. Like, oh my god, really? Papa Roach isn't just one guy? It's
Papa
5?
Roach isn't a roach?
Oh my god. Oy. From Ashes to New dropped a new single, Heartache. From Ashes to New, come back on the podcast. This song was good.
Yeah, this song is really good. They're touring with Memphis Mayfire, so I'll be seeing them in a handful of days. I didn't know that they were direct support, like status band. Like they're direct support on that tour. Like I didn't realize they were that big. Like,
have they grown so much since the pandemic?
I have no idea, but I didn't realize they were that big because it's Wolves at the Gate are first, Rain City Drive is second, From Ashes to New, and then Memphis Mayfire. And when I saw the billing, I was like, that doesn't that's not how big I thought they were.
On Ice Nine Kills tour, which one, the Silver Scream 1, they were direct support.
They were?
Yeah, they were direct
Well,
support. I just saw that.
I wasn't
like,
even a fan
yesterday.
of Ice Nine Kills at that point. So I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know that they were that big.
Yeah, they have 1.2 million monthly listeners now. I know when we spoke to
They
from
were
Ashes
right
to
around
New,
that. Yeah.
no, they were like 500,000.
Were they?
I remember because it was still like a big, it was a massive.
We still
deal
shit our
'cause we
pants
hadn't.
no matter what. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was like, oh my god, from Ashes to New, but it wasn't like they weren't in the millions because I know we'd only spoken to like one person who was in the millions in that era, and that was like, it wasn't Prince Daddy.
Was it the Unlikely Candidates?
It was the Unlikely Candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it was a big deal for us.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were that big. And like obviously I'm not complaining because they deserve it and the music is great. It really grew on me after listening to that album the first time and completely trashing on it. It's grown on me a lot since then. So much so that
telling him that you trashed
so
on
much
it.
so that we interviewed him about it and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, but I'm excited to see them hear the song live, yada yada. The Dangerous Summer put out a new single. All I ever wanted was a chance to know myself. Okay, Fall Out Boy. But no, this song is really good, and I've been seeing a lot of love for the Dangerous Summer on the timeline, like that they're super underrated. And honestly, like after like the EP that they put out that we talked about, I believe it was in 2020. It might have been 2021 though. Wasn't my favorite, but I totally like got the hype for them. But like this song really like solidified it for me where I'm like, no, I totally get why people are online saying this band is underrated because this song is super good and it's catchy.
Yeah.
So I really like this song.
Yeah, I also enjoyed it. It's banged. And how can a band be underrated if they have like 500, if they have 500,000 monthly listeners? That feels like a Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge is their most underrated record. That's
it's just like they have 500,000 monthly listeners, but they're not playing huge rooms, you know.
Oh, they're playing like 500 cap.
Yeah, like when they were just in Jersey not too long ago, and they played 500 cap room, and like, I mean, I'm sure it did well. I wasn't there. Like, I know they didn't do 100 tickets, but it wasn't like I could have bought a ticket day of and went if I wanted to, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's where I think people mean, and it's just kind of like, I guess they've like underrated in the sense of like they never got the full recognition that they deserve. Like they deserve to be way bigger than they actually are, you know.
And how long have they been doing it? They have an album from 2009.
A long fucking time. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. What was their first release? 2008. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I get it. All right. Good job, guys. The Somerset and Against the Current dropped a new single, Teenagers, not a cover of My Chemical Romance's song Teenagers, unfortunately.
This song is fucking fantastic, and I know the whole point of it was like, we're going to put out a song together and then we're going to perform it every day at said Summerfest, and then Against the Current dropped off the tour, so now the song is just kind of here.
It's kind of sad too.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, the song was really good. Against the Current, what the fuck?
Come back.
I was excited to see you guys, but they got Hot Milk now, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, good for them.
Yeah, Hot Milk for a majority of the tour. Games you play for a little bit. So good replacements, but Against the Current, what the fuck? Where you at?
Come on, guys. What are you doing?
And for the last single, Eat Your Heart Out put a new single out. Down. Band's been on our radar for a while. But the whole time they hadn't put anything out in like a minute, like long before the pandemic. So it's super awesome that they finally got something out. This song is super catchy, man. I really liked it.
I also really enjoyed it. It was good. It was a good ending to all of our singles to then transition into Pollyanna. It was nice.
So true. Nice. So that is all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the audio streaming services are Good Noise Podcasts. Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. And stay tuned to our socials. Glory has your Patreon supporters, your Twitch subs, and your important plugs, and then we're going to sign off. We got an interview soon.
Woo. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, my brother, my uncle, Matt from Pulse's, Jeremy, Brady, Zari, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster Lover, Bud's Light Skin, and Matt, again, from Pulse's. Thanks, Matt. You're great. The important plugs, Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, wear your mask, Get vaxxed if you can. Be safe. Be a nice person.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's all. We'll see you next week for a special edition of the live stream, and we'll give more info when the time is right.
Yeah.
So I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we'll see you next week. Not to talk about the releases from last week, though.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.